Hey Tech Math, here are the guided notes for 10.2, and we're going to be talking about median today. So I did a little bit of a preview in my last video, but today we're really going to jump into median and how to find it. So the median is the middle data point in a set of numbers. Middle data point in a set of numbers. How do we calculate or find the median for a set of data? Well, we have to start by putting the numbers in order. So put numbers in order from least to greatest. And then cross out, for our second step, we're going to cross out the numbers on either end, which are higher and lower, which are highest and lowest in the data set until we get to the very middle. So a quick example of this, if I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I want to find the middle. I'm actually going to do 11 here. I'm going to start by crossing out the numbers which are the highest and lowest. So I'm going to do cross out of 1 at the same time I cross out 11. I'm going to cross out 10 and 2, 3 and 9. And notice there's 3 on this side and 3 on this side. So every time I cross out a higher, I also have to cross out a lower and vice versa. So continuing, cross out a 4, cross out an 8, cross out a 5, cross out a 7. And we are left with a median of 6. Now we're going to see in a minute what happens when we don't have a nice median, when we end up with an even number of data points, meaning we have to find the median between 2 points. So, given these 15 incomes, calculate the mean and then calculate the median. So, I don't really want to rewrite all of these numbers, so what I'm going to do is a little shortcut. I'm actually going to start by finding the lowest number, and I'm just going to number them. Now, you'll notice in this table, they're already lined up like this from least to greatest, but if you need to write them out below, this is a little shortcut if they're not lined up like this. So you're going to find it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And again, this isn't necessary in this case, but if you're given a table where they aren't lined up for you, it might be nice to go through, line them up numerically on the table, and then do this below the problem. It's a little bit more organized. Some people like to be able to visualize this way. All right, so I've lined up my numbers, and I know that whenever I get to the median, that's going to be the number I find up on this table. So let's go through and do it. 1, 15, 2, 14, 3, 13. And sometimes I'll see that I have quite a ways to go, so I'll cross out 2 at a time. Again, 2 at a time here. And I'm left with 8 being my median. So I'm going to go back up to my table and see that 8 corresponds with a value of $16,500. So my median is going to be $16,500. All right, find the median for this list of quiz scores. Again, this is one that isn't in order, so we have to start by putting it in order. My lowest value is going to be a 6. Next, I've got a 7. I've got quite a few 8s. I've got 3 8s. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I've taken care of those in my 7. I've got 2 9s. And then I've got 3 10s. 1, 2, 3. So I've taken care of all my data points. All right, let's go to work. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, this is what I was talking about earlier. We end up right here, and we have 8 and 9 in the middle, and we cannot cross them both out. So when it comes to median, we cannot have 2 values. I'm going to put that down here. Median cannot be 2 values. It's got to be 1. So how do we find this median when we have to? We have to find the average of the two. So when I have 8 and 9, I do 8 plus 9 is going to be 17 divided by 2. And I end up getting about 8.5 as my median quiz score. So 8.5 is going to be my answer. All right, one more. Find the median for the following data set. All right, this one again is not in order, so let's put them in order. I've got a 3, a 5, a 7. 3, 5, 7. I'm going to cross them out as I go. Looks like I've got a 12, a 14, a 21. My next highest is going to be, I've got 4 23s. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. My next highest is going to be a 29, and then a 40, and a 56. 40, 56, 29. Perfect. All right, cross them out. If you don't like crossing them out, you can also use your fingers. This is just another method I do sometimes. So there's my first cross, my second cross, third, fourth, fifth. Make sure you're moving your fingers at the same pace so you're not missing numbers. And my median ends up being this 23. Makes a lot of sense because it was also the most plentiful and it was in the middle. So I kind of had a feeling we were going to land on that. So my median in this case is 23. All right, if you have any questions, let me know.